Gathered in this hall are individuals and groups from the 6 states of the South-South region to present their positions on the amendment of the Constitution. Governor Umar Eno, represented by his deputy, said no section of the country must feel marginalized and also charged the people to come together so that the challenges of the region will be addressed.
These themes resonate deeply with the yearnings of the people of the South-South. Indeed, they mirror long-standing calls from this region for a more just, responsive, and restructured Nigeria, where every federating unit can flourish, contribute meaningfully, and feel a sense of belonging.
The Senate President, Gospel Akpabio, stated that the constitutional review is a commitment to the future and also advised that the people present their position devoid of sentiment and politics.
We are men not to abandon, but to realign, to adopt our national charter to the changing realities, to the dreams and demands of the good people of Nigeria, and particularly the demands of the times. We are not here as party men and women, but we are here as patriots, not as political actors, but as nation builders. The demand of this moment is that we speak freely and boldly.
Chairman of the Zonal Center on the review, Senator Akin Dixon, speaks on the challenges that have hindered past reviews of the Constitution and also touches on the area the review hopes to address.
We are of different political parties, as the Senate President has rightly said. But parties are like markets or marriage. As entering, others are also living. But the interest of our people in the South-South remains one.
Southerners in their presentations touched on restructuring, state creation, state police, resource control, electoral reform, and the legislature.
Now, in Delta State, the security areas of Warri North, Warri South, Warri Southwest is included in the Torube State. In Edo State, the Benin lands are included. In Ondo State, the larger lands are included. We are opposed to it because we cannot allow our land to be made an exclusive state for another ethnic nationality.
It is the equity state, and it will be created. We'll remain where we are. We'll remain where we are, either as the 6th state of Southeast or the 7th state of South-South. But it will be created. We have everything that any state will deserve to make it thrive.
Other groups made presentation on the environment, state creation, reserved permanent seat for women, and others.
Help us, help the women of Nigeria to prioritize the special seat bill. Help us to make sure that that bill passes through.
We are asking for something that is very simple. We have 36 states in the Federal Republic plus the FCT 37. What we are saying is that we want one seat in each state for only women to contest in the Federal House of Assembly, one seat in the Senate for the women to contest, and 3 new seats in the State House of Assembly.
The public hearing continues with more presentations expected.
Right, joining us now on Newsnight for an expert analysis on the ongoing zonal hearings for constitutional review is Dr. Akin, Fapounda, member National Political Summit Group, member Resolutions Committee Secretariat, the National Summit of the Patriots, and Director of Research, Fanny Ferre. Glad to have you join us on Newsnight.
Thank you very much. Good evening, viewers.
Good. Let me just start immediately by asking you what your expectations are on this review, especially on the issues of state police and comprehensive electoral reforms.
I have no expectations at all because the political class, National Assembly, been taking the country for a ride since 1999. If we are a nation that values money for output, how much have been spent since 1999 on these small reviews incremental, little change. They are not even scattered around the issues. It's now also a project of money making. It used to be 100 million per cycle. We don't even know how much is voted this time. This jamboree is not going to be in national interest. They're just going around to go around. They are not even addressing the issues. And even some of the speeches I've just seen now, people want ethnic nationalities, self-determination. Nigeria need to be decentralized into modules. This skirting around unitary system, everybody coming to Abuja to share revenue, because they need to earn 30 million per month. Are we going to continue with that kind of mode? I don't have an expectation at all.
When you say they're not addressing the issues, I gather that this is to promote equity and inclusion. One bill recommends that each LGA should have at least one rep in the State House of Assembly. So I would expect that when they're talking about inclusion, they'll be addressing the issues. You still don't think that? And then, of course, the creation of states and even local government areas.
We want 31 new states, making 67 states. There will be 67 executive governors, all with security vote, 1 billion each every month. Inclusion for what? You are suffocating the country. You are taking oxygen out of Nigeria because no money left to do schools. Look at Abuja. Teachers are not being paid for a month. And the political class is busy doing jamboree. We cannot spend more than 20% of income of Nigeria on political administration. There will be more money left for serious issues. Look, Sadana was running the whole of the north from Kaduna. Was that no inclusion then? I was running the whole of the west from Ibadan. All the legacy of those leaders then is what we are still living on up to today. Let's view as judge. This creating job vacancies for political class is the deception of the society. And we have come a full cycle. There comes a time in love of a country where you say, we have wasted enough time and something has to give. Okay, they can continue what they are going because they are in charge. It's not a tea party to dethrone what they are doing, but it has to be.
I'm aware that the Patriots, which you're a part of, they see some of the challenges like insecurity, hunger, poverty, unity as symptoms of the inappropriateness of our constitution and the governance system. Some believe that politicians are not even governing at all. So what angle do the Patriots want to take it from? I know they're talking about referendum 2. We'll get to that, but what is the Patriots doing, or what are they going to do differently to change the status quo, as it were?
First, the Patriots have been quite anticipatory. It's a 2-day event only, but most of the thinking have already been done. The issues have been distilled. Ideas have been synthesized. 2-day meeting is to listen to a little speeches, but it is to ratify item by item by item by item that will come to a clear change in the political structure of the country. We cannot afford 36 states. The country has 150 trillion naira debt, for goodness sake.
36 states. The Patriots are thinking of reducing the states.
Oh, yeah. The states will not be touched. There will be regions, but the state will now be downgraded in terms of profile. For example, if we have the 6 geopolitical zones as now the basis of second-tier governance, 6 geopolitical zones, okay. If you take the western zone, now there are 6 states. We don't need 6 executive governors. We don't need 6 parliaments to make laws for Yorubas, the same people. 1 parliament in the western region is sufficient. 1 executive governor is sufficient. What we have in what is now, we will not change the boundaries because people want to retain their autonomy. But do we need a governor in Oyo and a governor in Osun? What value are they adding? We need to have something like Federal Capital Authority equivalent an executive project management body devoid of National Assembly, devoid of SSA for the governor. So only one governor status will be in that geopolitical zone. Only one assembly or maybe 25 members only, instead of now 135. So we are going to save money for nation to focus on redevelopment issues. Politicians, look, I pity them. They've spent 2 years now. All the money they spent, they've recovered it. Now they are recovering money now to run for the next election. That's just the cycle they are doing. They are not adding value. Even they are not happy if they are sincere among themselves.
Some say that it's not particularly the format, but the people running the system. So you think that if we go regional, one governor, that
once you learn it through today, you change as a Nigerian, because the environment creates how you behave. You don't do nonsense in London as you are arriving. But as you come back to Abuja here, you see out there because there is no control. As I was coming here now, nobody obeys traffic light, ordinary traffic light, but because there is no consequence to every wrong behavior. When there is consequence for wrong behavior, then everybody will sit up. But now the country has unraveled. Anything goes.
So the National Constituent Assembly is to produce a new draft constitution with a provision for a referendum. How is this going to change what you're talking about? Because it boils down to the pressing attitude. Of course, the law,
Once the law changes, first of all, I'm not underestimating the fact that we have an epic battle. The people who are on the system now, they are not going to just shift away and fall down. It's now left for the country to say, look, we have had a body 1999 constitution, which was even an interim document. It was not really ratified. Now, these Patriots will produce a new body of knowledge that says this is the alternative to what we have now. Once Patriots have done that, the work is done. It's now left for the city to see. Years ago, former President Buhari said, I don't know what restructuring is. It cannot be defined. Okay, with the Patriots event, restructuring will now be defined and codified, and there will be a draft bill. From that, after 2 weeks' time, the country now has to go on a discourse. Do you want what we have now?
That's where the referendum comes in.
It has to.
So the people can own
absolutely
their constitution.
Absolutely. In fact, we are still going back to National Assembly. They have authorized that a process lasting maybe 3 to 6 months be instituted. People should discuss the ideas being put forward, and there will still be a referendum to enact a new constitution. Not that the National Assembly will be bypassed, no, because they are the sovereign constitutional the elected body in Nigeria today. They have to be persuaded that you need to make a law that will enable a process of a new constitution to kickstart.
How do you intend to persuade them?
Oh, I said so that once Patriots event has been concluded, the nation is now given a clear between light and darkness option. It's everybody that will fight to say we cannot go to the next election with this. Look at what's happening the ADC now. They are just blowing money. They are not interested in governance, but the political people are already tired. They are just gasping for breath.
All right, we don't have all the time. I was going to ask you if you treat the states the way you want to, how about the National Assembly? But we'll leave it there.
Oh, unicameral, and then each of the 6 zones we have equality. Maybe they spend 20 members only.
Okay.
We don't want 600 people making laws. 180 people is enough from all the 6 zones. It's enough.
All right.
It's enough. It's enough.
Dr. Akin, Fapounda, a member, National Political Summit Group member, Resolutions Committee Secretariat, and of course, National Summit of the Patriots and Director of Research. Thank you for being a Afenifere on the program.
Thank you very much.